Hi everyone, my name is Abby and welcome to UC Santa Barbara's Major Spotlight for Chemical Engineering. A little bit of background about me before we get started with the video. I am currently a fourth year or a senior chemical engineering major here, and I entered as this major, so I've been a chemical engineering major all 4 years. So first off, we have the Engineering 2 building, which is where the chemical engineering department lives. The Engineering 2 building is right next to the Engineering Science building. I don't usually go into the ESB very much, but I do have section or club events happen over there. But generally, I spend most of my time in the Engineering 2 building. So this is the courtyard area of the Engineering 2 building. Inside there's a big computer lab and a lot of students will do homework or study in there. I think the first thing about chemical engineering that really interested me as I started to get to know what the major was really about was the idea that I could be part of the team that produces a product that you would just see like on the shelf in Target or CVS and actually purchase and bring into your home. Okay, so the first class that I'm going to show is the design class that every senior chemical engineer has to take in order to graduate. Small cohort size is definitely my favorite thing about the UCSB Chemical Engineering Department and what drew me to UCSB in the first place. It just fosters a community that's really supportive and friendly and just a place where everyone kind of knows everyone. Technical electives have definitely been my favorite classes that I've taken at UCSB because I got to choose them. I've taken 2 other ones so far. The first one was an environmental chemistry class that was within the chemistry department, and then the other one was an ethics of engineering class. The last chemical engineering class that I'm taking this quarter is the chemical engineering lab course, which is a required class. I was doing the distillation experiment, and then the next week I did the packed bed reactor experiment. So one of them is a process control experiment, and then the other one is some kind of exothermic reaction, runaway reaction experiment. For the chemical engineering department specifically, out of the professors that just immediately come to mind for me, a lot of them are in clean energy, catalysis, and bio-adjacent things like polymers and soft materials. But if you're really interested in seeing what our faculty is researching, that is all available online. If you go to the UCSB Chemical Engineering website, go to the faculty page and you can see what every faculty member is researching right now. So I'm not currently involved in research right now, but a lot of my friends are, and I got one of my very nice friends to take me into her lab, and they do research on battery materials. I would say that a lot of the chemical engineering undergraduates are doing research either in the chemical engineering department, chemistry department, materials, or bioengineering department. The last thing that I'll talk about is AICHE, which stands for American Institute of Chemical Engineers. It's one of the many engineering specific orgs that we have on campus. So the main events that AICHE does in the fall quarter are info sessions. So they bring representatives from companies to UCSB, and then they do a little presentation on their company and are open for a little Q&A session afterwards. That takes up most of fall quarter. And then in the winter and spring quarters, they really focus on the projects that they run. So some examples are the Chemi Car, the Formulations Lab. I was part of that for 2 years. You just make your own lotions and soaps, which is really fun. So that concludes the UCSB Chemical Engineering Major Spotlight video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope it was helpful.